No world, no characters, no story, no payoff. This does not sound like an experience capable of putting you on the edge of your seat, making you laugh, cheer, or jump out of your chair with adrenaline. But that is what Cluster Truck does. To demonstrate a certain power in gaming only takes 9 people, the Unity engine, and drivers modeled after Vancouverites. That power is instant intensity through inputs. This game does to the floor as lava what Super Meat Boy did for platformers, Hotline Miami for top-down action, and Super Hot for first-person shooters. Take what already exists in reality or fiction and amplify both the scenario and your connection to the interface. The situations in Cluster Truck are delightfully absurd, but your inputs and how they are a direct extension of your hands is magical. Even after completing the game on my first run, I booted up the earliest stages and felt the adrenaline rush all over again. While levels and obstacles you navigate are part of the experience, your control is what holds it together, and how drama, tension, and excitement is generated within. Whether you're in the desert or hell, running or flying, free of abilities or using bullet time with a grappling hook. It's in the details. Gravity is strong enough to make the player aware of their avatar's weight, but light enough for confidence in leaping large distances. Momentum gained from sprinting across vehicles is wickedly fast without unintentionally flinging you off. Most levels have enough trucks and terrain for flexibility and emergent gameplay, unlike most platformers that force you down a path. None of the thrills here are generated by purely scripted events or a precise trajectory the player must follow. Occasionally, you'll face an impossible jump, but for the majority, all of your success and therefore failure is attached to whether or not you maximize your inputs. Nothing is behind an external menu, animation, or companion. All of the pressure is on you, and all the drama that comes from that is created by you as well. This is what I think connects Cluster Truck and so many other titles that have this same immediate intensity to arcade games and early console releases. Superficially, the connection is their use of high scores and replayability and challenge, but the deeper connection is extracting the maximum amount of depth from the least amount of complexity. Super Hot has so few inputs compared to most complex shooters, yet it's just as, if not more exciting than all but the best of the genre, because it understands that by making the controls feel like an extension of ourselves and ensuring said inputs are precise, quick, and satisfying, that we create all the drama in our minds. Instead of, that character might die, I don't want that to happen, that character is you, and death isn't a potential, it's of certainty if you don't utilize the mechanics to their fullest. In games like Cluster Truck, that tension is palpable because it's not attached to any storyline or character arc that needs to follow some form of development and likely an expected trope. A series of events that can be predicted. None of that exists here. You truly feel that crushing loss when you missed a jump by inches. I recently covered Spec Ops: The Line in detail, so I do have an affinity for games that put a heavy focus on narrative. I enjoy projects that go beyond aiming for the vague definition of fun, bringing variety and having some experiences be carried by their themes and subject matter or concepts. But just as narrative shouldn't be written off, neither should gameplay-driven experiences like Cluster Truck. They're capable with meager budgets, insane worlds, and no artistic discussion to enthrall players to heights far beyond any other art form. People are passionate about this style of game because of how personal it is, how much of a connection we have with its events and actions, how much we invest ourselves into them. Cluster Truck may not have me examine the human condition, politics, or my own actions, but I dodged incoming explosive trucks at terminal velocity with Goldfinger's Superman cranked in my headphones. And that is some of the most powerful art I've experienced in a long, long time.